It is the Riot Podcast.
Hello.
Old friends together again.
Oh, it's been a day, hasn't it? Meaning like it's been a day since you probably listened to the last podcast.
Not that it's been a bad day. It's just been a day.
It's just been a day. So what do we get in this one?
Today, probably the most important thing is our in-depth discussion of I Love You, Colonel Sanders, the KFC dating experience.
You did get a chance, and thank you for the follow-through. It would have been tempting to not do it, but Obi did an Obadiah Plays for the new KFC dating simulator.
You guys want to know the truth? Since you're podcast listeners, we'll be honest with you. Yesterday, when I sat down, I was like, I cannot believe that I have to play this stupid thing.
Not that you get to play something that looks so, like, crazy, but just stupid, and you didn't want to.
Okay, I love the little anime intro.
Yeah.
But I'll just tell you that visual novels and dating simulators, those are like a thing. And I'm constantly being surfaced those on Steam, I guess because it knows I like anime.
Sure.
And so I'm just like, no, I don't want to play this. No. So now I'm like pretending to be Nikki, trying to date Colonel Sanders.
And Steam's going to be like, we're very confused.
Yeah, now Steam's going to be like, you want every dating simulator.
Does Steam do
ever.
recommendations
It does.
like Amazon and stuff?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes, it does.
All right. So there's that, which you can watch the video. And I will say, like, all that doom and gloom, I really did have fun with it because it's ridiculous.
So that's up if you want to watch the RadioU Riot on Facebook and our YouTube channel. You can watch the video of his Obadiah Plays.
So there's that. We talk about sexy Mr. Rogers.
The costume. That's Chris back there.
Man,
there's a lot. It's busy. There's a lot going on. There's
much
someone
going
at the
on.
door.
There's somebody at the door. Chris is banging on the window.
When someone comes to the door, it goes front door. Like our ringer thing, it goes front door. It just keeps saying it until someone goes and gets the door.
All right. Other things. We got Mario Kart on our phones. We got this Reddit theory on Mary Poppins and Pennywise. We talk Christmas. Using my light therapy light, which I'm going to walk over here and get.
Okay.
Great.
Again, really selling it all. It's like, great, you got to listen to this.
Well, you know what? It might be because I should probably start light therapy. So
Pretty much.
Enjoy the podcast. And, hey, don't forget, RadioU Fall Fundraiser starts on Monday. So, real talk, this podcast happens because RadioU exists. So, do us a favor and help us keep doing what we do. And make certain, absolutely sure that you say in the podcast or in your giving thing
in the comment section,
I listen to the Worst of the Riot podcast.
That really helps us be able to show, hey, we've got a lot of wonderful podcast listeners who want to keep the podcast there.
Because a lot of people here think the Riot's worthless. We're going to show them otherwise.
That it's not. And then on Monday, we'll have a special surprise for you when we start off our podcast for the fall fundraiser.
What's the surprise?
Well, just we still are giving them stuff.
Okay, right.
It's special stuff.
Okay.
Ta-da!
I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even know.
Next time, just pretend you do, because you do know.
Enjoy the podcast, y'all.
Have a good day.
Bye.
The definition of insanity is putting the riot on again and again and expecting a better result. It's the Worst of the Riot on RadioU.
What about you and Apple Arcade? Have you looked at that at all? I mean, you're an Apple...
I'm an Apple user, and I usually gravitate towards that stuff, but I just don't play enough games. I stick with like one game, and that's all I play until I'm done with it, and then I move on to the next one.
Yeah, okay. Well, I was thinking about it because I actually thought for maybe a month I would give it a shot. I finally got... I have an Apple TV at home. Were like the last thing in the Apple family to get the update. So apparently the update pushed out last night, which I haven't tried it yet. But for $5 a month, you get access to about 100 games. You can play it on your Mac. You can play it on your phone. You can play it on your iPad. You can play it on your Apple TV. There's part of me that is just like day-to-day life, don't care.
It's like we have too much going on.
Right. But during the fundraiser, maybe.
You could have some downtime where you could easily access your games.
Because sometimes I just end up taking a break here in between times we're on the air, and so that might be something I care about. But a lot of times, in all honesty, when we're not saying 8772 Radio U,
we're just trying not to say anything at all.
I'm just like, I want to sleep right now. So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it's tempting, but it depends on your gameplay style.
They offer a free trial, but I don't know how long the free trial lasts.
Maybe it'll be a month.
What if it's 2 weeks?
What if it's 3 months?
What if it's a year?
What if it's never? You don't get one.
Actually, you know what, though? Like, you're getting a new iPhone, right?
I am, yeah.
They're offering, don't you with a new Apple device? I don't think they're giving you a free year of arcade, but aren't they giving a free year of their TV thing?
I'm not sure if it's like a new user or I've been around for a while.
No, I know.
The longer you've been around, you tend to get nothing.
Well, I know, but I think it's tied to the device and not the account.
I'll have to look when it comes in.
That might be the
I'm also thing. Just as disinterested in Apple TV's thing, than the Apple Arcade. So
man, Steve is rolling in his grave right now.
I love the device, but I don't need anything else.
Steve is rolling in his grave.
I'm just getting the phone. That's it.
Yeah.
You're listening to The Riot. Let's all work together today to live life with the patience of a Nikki dealing with an Obadiah.
Gotta hang in there and get through it.
You're listening to The Riot.
There's been a lot of games to play. It's just which one are you going with?
So yesterday afternoon, I spent some quality time with Colonel Sanders. I was role-playing as Nikki, trying to get Colonel Sanders to fall in love with me as I was going to a special culinary school.
Now, if you're just tuning in, you're like, that's weird. It's a free game from KFC, so we didn't do it.
If you think it's weird,
you should try playing it.
You should have been me doing that yesterday afternoon. It was weird.
But you played it, and I think everybody had fun watching it.
Oh, I played all the way through, and I don't think I got the best ending. Because I get the feeling that
there's different ones.
There are different endings, and I feel like a couple of the choices I made, the Colonel did not want to go into business with me at the
end. And there was no relationship?
Oh, no. He was in love with me. For sure.
We're still dating.
For sure. Well, I mean, he was in love with you, Nikki. And I tried to play as you. I tried to think the way you would think if you were trying to get Colonel Sanders to fall in love with you.
Oh, so there's just no business thing.
Yeah, it just didn't work out, which shows you that... I wouldn't win because, trust me, if you're going to fall in love with Nikki, you're going to business with her. I'm not saying she's a lovely person, but you should get her to run your business.
I'll just take care of that part.
Trust
we'll have
me,
success.
She knows what she's doing.
So
okay?
It was fun, though.
It was fun. It was free. It's only available on Steam, which you can get on your PC or your Mac. And it took me... I started fast-forwarding through chunks of it, which you can do, especially towards the end, because it's 3 days long. And by the third day, I'm like, oh, my gosh.
So basically, the dating simulator games are more common, like, say, on your phone, where, hey, you and Bobby are going out to eat. What do you want to do? And it's like, here's one, and then there's two, and you click, and then it goes to the next one. And it's story-based.
It's a lot of that.
It is. It can be boring.
It took me about an hour and 20 minutes to get through it. And... a lot of people watched it with me. We were very entertained. Make no mistake. Make no mistake.
So if you want to see the KFC game that Obi did for Obadiah Plays yesterday, that's up at RadioU Riot and RadioU on Facebook and RadioU Riot on our YouTube channel. Derek just texted. He downloaded Gears 5 on Friday, and he said that's a great game.
Lightweight.
You're not playing KFC, are you? You're not doing it right.
If you're not KFCing, then what are you even doing?
And then this morning, Mario Kart is now available to download. So there's another game now.
That's the other thing that we were saying is like the most highly anticipated of mobile games.
And so it's the mobile version of Mario Kart.
Aaron wants to know, was the only date location KFC's? No, this is before he opened the KFC's.
It's a young
Colonel Sanders, and he's alluding to the fact that he's interested in... potentially opening.
So it's when you're at culinary school.
Yeah. And he's, I can't remember if he's a teacher. He's not a teacher. Like he's an older student or something. Yeah, something like that. And slowly over the course of the game, you make chicken and mashed potatoes.
Ooh,
coleslaw.
Biscuits. Oh my gosh, it's so bad.
Like a few different things. So it's all in there.
So RadioU Riot, again, if you want to watch the Obadiah Plays from yesterday. And then we're just going to play Mario Kart sometime this morning just to see what it looks like and how it is.
At least on my phone, Mario Kart's not released yet.
It's not up? Oh, you can play on my phone.
It's fine.
It's there. It's downloaded. It's ready.
My Apple TV gets the update after everyone else.
Your phone gets the game.
My Android always gets the games second. Even if they're released on the same day, they're just like, we're pushing iOS first.
Oh, yeah, because for the Dr. Mario game, didn't you get it that afternoon?
Yep.
So you have a while.
But it's fine. You know what? I don't have a complex or anything.
So many games.
No big deal.
Well, see, now you're not so pressured. You don't have that extra game.
You're right. I feel more relaxed now.
If it's louder than it has to be and way worse than it has any right to be, it must be the worst of the riot on Radio U.
Want to give a shout out to everybody headed out to see you at the poll this morning. It starts at 7 a.m. at schools all over the United States, but it starts at 7 a.m. in your time zone.
Yeah, so depends on where you're at.
Obviously, I'm not going to hit every time zone because time zones, right? But if you're doing that, just want to say fist bump, prayed for you this morning, and I hope it goes well. I saw at the community, like the school that's in my community, they're going to have donuts, which...
works for gyms, works for school events.
Apparently, donuts are the new pizza.
Well, if you need to bring people in, you've got to give them something.
Hey, I'll just tell you right now, if you told me, come to blank, there are donuts, the chances of me going just shot up like 70%.
Far greater than what they were before.
Absolutely.
Donuts, bagels, or pizza, we're in.
Yeah. You know what? I feel like it just depends on what time of day it is.
Yeah, you're right.
Even though pizza would probably be something that would feel weird in the morning if it was hot, I can tell you right now, if there was donuts in the evening, I'm not going to feel weird about that.
Too, no problem.
I'm not going to feel weird about that. You know, I went to a farmer's market over the weekend. Like, it was part of this whole thing I did Saturday morning. And
your birthday?
On my birthday. And I bought these, like, locally made donuts.
Yeah.
And I was so excited about them.
They were locally lame. Oh,
man.
Sometimes the hype is way more than the actual thing.
What a disappointment.
I know, it happens.
What a disappointment. It was just one of those moments where you're like, no.
But you didn't go there for the donuts.
No.
It wasn't living up to what you thought it might be.
No, but you know the deal. I feel like the myth that we all live under is that if you go to a farmer's market, everything there is so much better than you could ever purchase at a store made by conglomerates and corporate yes men.
They make you feel bad for not buying it there.
These are the people of the earth. These are the people that are connected with actual ingredients that know what real donuts should taste like. And in me not liking the donuts they presented, I feel like I'm somehow lesser. Like, you know what? I've spent so much time eating these lackey donuts that I don't know what a real donut tastes like.
You know what we need to do? You need to tell me what that place was off air, because I went to a car show a few weekends ago and it had this local donut place that was like, oh, you're going to love it. You're going to be so glad you came just for that. And the guy, when he gave me one, I was like, oh, thank you so much. I mean, it was pretty good, but it wasn't like amazing. But he wanted me to tell him it was amazing.
Yeah. Oh.
And I was just like, oh, yeah, great. I got to go now, though. I mean, it was pretty good. But
I have to go look at the cars now.
Yeah, which I didn't come for, but I am now here for.
While we're on it, my mom went to she told me she got some Krispy Kreme donuts, and they're so good. And so I go over and look. They are Krispy Kreme with a C.
Oh, generic.
And they're like, we are the Krispy Kreme. Actually, they were amazing.
They were?
So I guess it's hit or miss, but I can tell you, when I got a birthday donut, man.
It was more miss, but your coffee was good.
Oh, coffee was glorious, for sure.
Is it healthy eating so many snacks, chips, and Oreos every single morning? No, of course not. But they do it for you.
Not too many guys got the stomach for this line of work.
That's real love. It's The Riot on Radio U.
Now, Nikki, I don't know. I mean, you and I have weirdly, now that Reddit's not popular, have become Reddit fans.
Yeah, that's just how it is. I just like looking at it a little bit every night.
I do too.
Just to get ready for bed. Just like, okay, I'm going to watch a couple of this and then I'm going to bed.
I'm starting to annoy people by how hard I laugh as I'm scrolling through some of this Reddit stuff.
It's become my new YouTube at night, where I used to watch like a couple of YouTube things from a playlist, and now it's like, no, I'll just go look at these Reddit forums, and I enjoy that more.
I think Eric did it to us, actually. He keeps passing us stuff, and eventually I have a Reddit account, and eventually I'm following stuff.
And before you know it, you're just all over them.
So last night on Reddit, I don't know if you saw this getting passed around, but there is a running theory that says that Mary Poppins and Pennywise the Clown from It...
Are they a couple?
Well, that they're the same species.
Oh.
And that if you look at them, they obviously come from the same place. Here we go.
Interesting.
I've got this laid out. This theory is brought to you by Humanoid Mold 5.
The user?
Yeah.
And It Too, which is still in theaters.
Is it?
It too still is.
Sure it is. All right. But Mary Poppins, probably on Disney Plus this fall.
Well, that's on Netflix.
Is it on that? Mm-hmm. Have you watched it?
I did, because I've never seen the original one.
Mary Poppins was that thing that I remember people being like, it's so good, it's for kids. And I was like, shut up, I don't want to watch it.
I actually just didn't like the story.
Okay. But did you like Returns?
No, I did not. I mean, I would never watch it again.
Okay, there we go. But you're well-versed enough.
Yes, I should be able
to
follow along
Here we go.
with it.
All right, here's the facts. Each one, Mary Poppins and Pennywise return every 20 years or so. Pennywise comes back every 27 years.
Mary Poppins
returns every 25 years. They both regenerate their energy from a new group of children.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm. All right. They have a tendency to return to the kids who are now adults from the last time they visited. Mm-hmm. They both lure a child named Georgie away from their siblings.
Oh, gosh. Oh, it's going to be bad because it's going to really work.
Okay. And both Mary Poppins and Pennywise lure Georgie away with a paper toy.
Uh-oh. This is the theory that Pennywise and Mary Poppins are the same species.
Mm-hmm. They both have the power to use what's in children's minds and their imaginations. The parents in both stories are oblivious to the fantastical situations the kids are experiencing.
That makes sense.
In both stories, the grown-up versions of the kids forget their experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Both Pennywise and Mary Poppins like to sing and dance. And then finally, at the end, we see that both Mary Poppins and Pennywise love balloons.
I was going to say, obviously. They love balloons. I love balloons.
Oh, my gosh.
What if they're my parents?
What if they are? You do always, you're laughing. You've got a smile.
And I love balloons.
Nikki's a sad, tragic clown. See?
Yeah.
So there you have it. That is the running theory.
Interesting theory.
It's a good one.
It is. That's just very weird.
It is weird.
That's someone at night who's like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
That feels like a shower thought to me. You wake up and all of a sudden you're like, they're the same.
No, it feels like someone who was like, let's go see It Too. And you're like, all right, well, let's come home. All right, I'll throw something on. And then they're on Netflix and you're like, what's this? It's the same.
You're like, bro, puff, puff, pass. I got to tell you something.
That is interesting. Well, a good theory. That's a good one.
I mean, it's certainly worth talking about.
They even make morning people want to reach for the snooze button. It's the worst of the riot on RadioU.
Hi. Are you ready for the fall yet?
It's time.
Fall body is my favorite body.
Isn't it? Because sometimes, winter body gets like it with the coat and stuff. It's too puffy. It's too much.
Yep.
This is, hoodie weather.
It is. And it's something that I'm seeing kind of making its way on social media. There was a Slate article about it. And it's just the idea of everybody talks about getting their bikini body ready. Everybody talks about all these like summer body, beach body, whatever. But man, fall body, you just relax into that.
Are they saying maybe you can start letting go with what you've been doing over the summer?
Who knows? Like, I don't know. If you want to know the truth, I didn't even read the article. I read the first paragraph and I was just like, yeah, fall body.
There it is.
Yeah. You know what? My favorite thing about fall body is I love, I'm wearing one right now. I've got a sweatshirt / hoodie on or whatever. But I really like to get every year at Costco, they'll have a different kind of Puma thing. They don't have one yet.
Well, there's still time. I mean,
I know, but I know
the Christmas items are out yet.
I'm starting to panic. I'm just like, guys,
they should have had it out by now.
Where is my zip up thing that I buy every year?
This is how I get clothes for the winter. We need it now. Why don't you look on the website? Maybe it's there.
I'm looking right now. They don't have it.
No Puma?
No. So maybe I'll go back over there tomorrow or today. Just like, hey,
what if
guys,
their Puma deal died and they're not doing anymore?
But they have the Puma pants.
That's true.
Dude. Oh my gosh. I have these Puma, they call them everything but sweatpants. They're sweatpants.
The active pants?
Yeah, active. Right. See, isn't that the great lie?
It makes you feel better having them.
Man,
I need them for those active days.
Right.
The days I'm working out.
Those days where I'm actively eating everything I want.
I need those pants.
Yeah. Well, that's part of my fall body.
Yeah.
Is a nice pair of Puma pants like that. It's wonderful.
So if next time someone's mad at you for having some pumpkin thing, be like, listen, it's my fall body. Don't shame me.
Listen, I'm fall body ready.
No, you got to work towards getting there.
Yeah.
You need to start eating now.
Well, okay, then like you say, like, hey,
it's still too hot to be like, oh, we're already into fall body. It's still too hot.
No, but you know what? You start eating now, and then, technically it is fall, too.
But when it finally gets colder for everybody, then you're ready.
You just pile it on. Just go ahead, put that jacket on.
Starts with pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
Pumpkin bread, pumpkin drinks.
Pumpkin donuts.
Everything.
Pumpkin.
Well, it's nice to hear that, fall body is a thing.
It is a thing. And you know what? I just want us to lean into it. How's your fall body doing? Oh, it's good.
Looking good.
Looking good, fall body.
You're looking really nice.
We got to put on some insulation because the winter's coming.
You want to end up looking like a donut by the end of the season.
Or, as you said, shaped like a pumpkin.
Yes.
Are people really still listening to the Riot? You don't have work to do or laundry to fold or literally anything else to do? The Riot, Radio U.
So it's not an accident that we've gone from our fall body discussions to the sexy costume discussion.
And one obviously leads to the other.
Because the Halloween costume industry
is something, isn't it? It's not fair, and it's something.
It's basically the reverse of what everyone else is trying to do. They're like, listen, a woman can be a doctor, and there should be no gender. And the Halloween costume industry is like, you mean a woman can be a sexy doctor? It's like, she can be a pilot. You mean a sexy pilot? Mm-hmm. Or I don't know, just name anything.
You thought it would have caught up to our current climate, would have caught up to Halloween decorations.
No.
But no one seems to call out on that, and people still wear it.
So that and like a, what do you call it? It's like the reverse of Barbie. Barbie's like, Barbie can have any career that she wants, and she's strong and powerful and whatever. And the Halloween industry is like, we can have any sexy career that we want.
It's like, why don't we get enough costume to cover up? It's always, colder usually around trick-or-treat time.
So the two big winners this year, Nikki, are probably going to be...
I know one.
Which one?
I saw the Sexy Mr. Rogers
Sexy
one.
Mr. Rogers.
And it is wrong. We've all seen that trailer, and we all want to see that movie. It is wrong to do.
Okay, I just looked at Sexy Mr. Rogers.
You hadn't seen it yet?
No.
It's so, pull your eyes out. It's so bad.
What? If you want to wear this ridiculous outfit, fine. But put the puppets away.
Just stop
Put the puppets away. You don't get to have the puppets.
You don't get to have that Mr. Rogers stuff.
You don't get to.
Yeah, it's something.
Put them away.
But I didn't see what was the other one.
The Sexy Beyond Burger.
Oh, really? Oh, what is that supposed to look like?
Well, here, you get... I'll send it to you. You get...
How do you make that sexy? It's just a Beyond Burger.
Well, let's be honest. The Beyond Burger itself, not exactly, kicking it. But
that's just a dress with some weird belt. That's all that is.
Yeah, but the belt shows tomato, lettuce, what's supposed to be burger, obviously, and you get a headband that says plant-based.
That's something. That is $40. I mean, I guess you're getting a dress, but...
And Nikki, you can wear that dress, anytime. Yeah,
with the burger belt. No, thank you. I'm going to click out of that one.
It's nice.
I'm not even going to see the other costumes.
All right. There's a few other ones here. There's, there's some of the classics, of course, but what about SWAT Team Babe? That's kind of...
a woman on a SWAT team must just be like, can we get no respect?
Here's what I love. Here's a priest and nun. Now, I noticed that the priest is, he's fine. Like he could actually go and run a service like that. He could
be a priest.
He could hit any church around here, and people would be like, "Father,
yes, come on in."
But I'll just tell you the other one. Not so much.
Not the same, and that is unfair. And why then is usually the women's costume more expensive, but there's way less fabric? You're not getting the same amount of costume.
That's fair. Oh, well, here's some equality. This King of Egypt costume, This guy's not wearing a lot. So, I mean,
it's about the same.
There's that. That's something.
Well, it is. We're starting to really, get close to the costume season. So if anybody sees anything fun, let us know.
Here's a sexy nightmare killer doll costume. You know what that reminds me of? Did you see that? Did you see the video the other day of the dog that looks like Chucky? And they had
they walk out with the costume.
They walk out with the costume?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's terrifying. Anyway, sorry. Back to reality.
All right. So, costume season. Did you work on your Mystery Science Theater 3000 costume?
Hey, while we're talking about it, does anybody know where I could buy some coveralls for my Mystery Science Theater costume? I need like a
zip-up one?
A zip-up or button or whatever. Oh, if it's button, I can leave the top couple unbuttoned.
Sexy
Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's funny. I don't feel like a lot of people are responding to it. I don't feel like I don't feel like there's a lot of response.
No, they just want you to just button it back up and put a big patch there. Put another Mystery Science Theater patch.
A couple people throw up their mouth just a little bit. That's fine.
Wow. Not only are you already awake, but you're listening to The Riot? Your day is off to a pretty rough start. The Riot on Radio U.
Nikki's got a story she wants to talk about, and I feel like I've been ignoring it because it deals with my cheese problem.
Well, Obi is lactose intolerant, so...
I was telling somebody last night, I was like, on the air, Nikki's referring to it as my new dairy-free lifestyle.
That makes you seem like you've chosen it and that you're evolving and you're like, you don't need that. I was trying to make it seem better.
I know. I appreciate the positive spin that you're putting on it.
But really, your body just now is rejecting cheese.
My body is like, you know what? You've been living a cheese life for too long.
And now you can't have any, even though...
Can't have any freaking cheese.
You would think it'd be okay, but it's not. Like, this is a new thing.
Mm-hmm. All right, so what do you got? Talk to me about the cheese.
This is about, is anybody heard of the Michelin Guide? That's these honors that are given to different restaurants around the world. So you'd be issued like, is this stars with Michelin Guide, or it's just, I don't know.
I just want to clarify, Nikki is saying Michelin Guide.
Not guy.
Not Michelin Guy.
No.
Because if you're like, you mean the tire guy goes around and he's handing out awards?
To different restaurants and chefs.
The guide. And yes, they give out stars.
They do. So this guy, Mark, he's going to be suing Michelin. They took a star off his restaurant, and he's mad. Uh-huh. He had served the investigator, because for Michelin, they go around and send people to the different restaurants. Mm-hmm. The person who went to this restaurant ordered a souffle and thought that they tasted English cheddar cheese in it. And because of that, they've taken away a star, and he's mad.
And so... They're saying that English cheddar cheese
in this souffle was apparently a no-no, even though there wasn't any. The guy just mistasted it. Mm-hmm. So the guy has said, the chef, that he's been dishonored. He's been in tears. He's now depressed by the ruling of the star taking away.
And I can see that.
He said you just get a call one evening without warning, without anything written down, without anything to say. It's just you get the star taken away. And he would like to sue them because there was no cheddar cheese in the souffle.
I have complicated feelings about that, because on the one hand, they're the ones that issue the stars. It's not like it's the government that's like, I'm being unfairly persecuted. Like, they are their stars. If they want to take one away.
Well, but they said they took one away for an untruthful thing, that there was not cheddar cheese in this dish, which I don't understand. Why is cheddar cheese so bad in this?
What's wrong?
They wanted them to use France's Reblochon, a Beaufort, or a Tome variety, but you're not supposed to use the English cheddar.
Okay.
It's a French thing. It's a souffle thing.
So some guy stops by and he's like, I know this is English.
I'm getting this souffle. He said, this is the wrong cheese that's in the souffle. We're taking away a star from your restaurant.
Man, this is why I can't do this. I don't have confidence.
In
enough confidence in myself in anything. where I'd be like, I know what that is. Don't lie to me. You're using English cheddar.
The chef said he put saffron in it, and the investigator for the restaurant who came through thought it was cheddar cheese because it was yellow. And so that's why they're mad and depressed.
Okay.
So there's a court hearing that's been set for November 27th in Paris to go over this case, which is now a case. They're mad about it.
You know what? I'm mad about cheese too, but for completely different reasons.
The same reasons. I just thought they said that the restaurant's in tears. The workers can't work anymore. He can't work as a chef. Everybody's depressed. They've lost their star.
You know what? I can't understand it. Like
anything that's going on.
Right.
You can't. Yeah.
Like academically, I can understand what it is to be disappointed, what it is to be depressed, but I don't know what it's like to, first off, have earned an award, and second, to have it taken away. The only depressed feeling I have is never winning.
And now that you can't have cheese.
Yeah,
so that's the other thing.
I'll tell you what. And the sad thing is, when you get depressed, you want cheese.
I know.
So now you're depressed about not having cheese, and where do you go?
So that's what's going on with
whom do you turn?
With their restaurant in the French Alps, when it was demoted to 2 stars from the 3 stars last January.
Yep. Can't understand it. But, Nikki, thanks for sharing.
You're welcome. I just thought, cheese, I see cheese story.
Sometimes prayers...
Who hasn't cried over cheese?
Who hasn't had prayers that were curses over cheese?
It was bad enough the first time around, but now it's worse. Don't believe us? Just keep listening. You'll find out soon enough. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
It wasn't available earlier, Nikki, but now I've got the Mario Karts.
Yay! So Mario Kart's available from both the Google Play, the Apple, like the stores. They're ready. You can download it if you want.
Oh, boy. It's taking a long time to start.
To get it ready.
I got a crappy phone, guys. You know what? I'll have to say, I have to link my Nintendo account.
Just click the button. That's all it is.
Who the heck knows what their Nintendo account
signed in? It should automatically do it.
Look, I have mine in there. Okay, great. I'm good. Don't worry about it. Everybody relax. Nintendo account's getting connected. Select this person. Next. I should be ready to play in about an hour. All right.
Yay!
Now, Nikki, did you see that the Mario Kart Tour is offering a subscription service?
I did not. Stop saying these things to me.
You don't want to know about it?
Well, everything's a subscription service.
Don't you want one more?
No, well, what else? Could it be?
What am I supposed to pull down to fire? Okay. Well, the idea is you get a bunch of,
cards,
stuff.
Throwable things.
Stuff.
Okay.
And then for $4.99 a month, you get a bunch of them.
Oh, gosh.
A bunch of stuffs.
No, thanks.
No?
I'll just, let me spend some time with what they're giving us for free, and I'll see from there.
Nikki, don't you want to have the full experience?
Of Mario Kart? Are you playing or are you just practicing?
Okay, look, are you doing simple or are you doing drift?
I accidentally chose drift, and I need to go back and change it because I want it to be simple.
Okay, because I think I'm going to start simple.
And then go to drift?
Maybe I'll go to drift, yeah. Oh, Toad, what are you doing? You suck. So did you get Toad as your first character, too?
I haven't played that far yet. I mean, we've been working.
This is work?
This is work.
I'm working right now.
Morning. I haven't had a chance to yet.
Okay, I really suck. I'm driving like a drunk toad. I'm all over the road. Okay, well, maybe with time.
You'll get better.
Yeah. I guess I don't really care that much anymore.
Don't give up. I mean, you've got a lot of other games going on, though. I don't know if this is going to be what
dude, look at me.
What you grab onto.
Oh, crap, I missed it. I wanted to jump through that thing, and I'm missing stuff now.
Well, we're working.
What?
Are we going to work?
Are we on?
Are we just going to play, or what are you doing?
I thought we were playing music right now.
At least you can download it now.
Yeah, and I'm really going to check out the subscription service because the thing is, I was thinking about dropping a subscription service, and I've got to add another one.
Well, you want to spend another $5 a month on something.
I do, Nikki. I do.
Maybe the Riot would sound better if they spent less time improving their lives at their gym. That was sarcasm. It's the Riot on RadioU.
Nikki, how excited are you right now about Jurassic World 3?
Well, the first one I liked. Second one was just okay, but I felt like it was, again, just the delivery to get to the third movie. So, and that one scene with the dinosaur on the
dock.
I can never get over that. This little tall thing. It was just terrible.
The little tall thing?
It was just terrible.
It was like 400 feet tall.
I know, but just...
There wasn't any room for him on the boat.
It looked so kind, you know? It just looked so kind. But pushing that aside...
You're so right. Like, dinosaurs are the kindest.
That one was. And putting that over there and just going back to the movie, it wasn't my favorite. It wasn't the worst thing I saw that summer, but it wasn't my favorite.
I really, really didn't like Jurassic World 2. Did not.
See, I don't feel as passionately about it because I feel like there's others that probably deserve the didn't like it award more, but it made enough to make a third one.
I'll tell you this. There are plenty of movies that really deserve the did not like award. Sure. But I thought Jurassic World 2 was terrible.
And the first one was really good.
Actively terrible.
So what are they doing with the third one?
Well, with the third one, okay, let me help you out a little bit. If you go back to Jurassic Park, so you got Jurassic Park.
Is that the old movies?
The original,
before
like 1990-something, yeah, like that original trilogy.
Was there three? So there was three of them then?
Jurassic Park 2, The Lost World, Jurassic Park 3, no subtitle, and then Jurassic World, and so they start their new trilogy, right?
Sure.
Okay, so if you go back, Jurassic Park, big hit. Jurassic Park 2, big hit. Not everybody came back for Jurassic Park 2, okay? Jurassic Park 3, they were excited because they got Sam Neill and Laura Dern to come back and reprise their roles.
Okay.
Now, let's fast forward. Jurassic World.
Yeah.
Big success.
Big hit.
Jurassic World 2, not everyone wanted to come back. Not everything was whatever.
So it's a formula.
Jurassic World 3... They're excited to announce that they got Sam Neill and Laura Dern to come back and reprise their roles.
Apparently that's what it needs.
Anybody seeing a pattern here?
So they're going to be in it?
They are going to be in it.
Was the one guy, was Jeff Goldblum in them?
Jeff Goldblum was in Jurassic Park 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And then he was in Jurassic World 2 for like 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Okay, I couldn't remember if he was in it or not.
He had a tiny cameo, but in the trailers, they made it seem like he was all over that movie. And he wasn't.
But he was not.
Yeah.
So when does Jurassic Park 3 come out then?
Jurassic World 3.
Jurassic World.
Jurassic Park 3
already came out.
Is available now, streaming everywhere.
For a low, low, low price.
Let's see. Jurassic World 3, I think it's out next year.
Yeah, probably if they're talking about it now.
Let's see. Jurassic World 3. Of course, I wasn't prepared to answer Nikki's question. I never am. Oh, no. June 11th, 2021.
Oh, we have more time.
So we got about 18 months before that happens.
I'd probably see it.
Oh, I'm sure I will. That's part of what's frustrating about it.
You just wish it would be good.
It's like they're already telling me about what I'm going to watch with the money I'm going to give them.
And with such a large amount of time before it comes out, you would think they would do a better job. So since they have so long to film it.
Yeah,
you got plenty of time to write the thing.
This I will say is that I didn't like Jurassic World the first time I saw it. And the second time I saw it, I loved it. But Fallen Kingdom was so bad the first time I never gave it a second chance. So Jurassic World 3, this is your chance.
Billy, I like your text. Let's talk about where this is all really heading. Dinosaurs versus zombies.
I'm watching that.
And then, of course... Now, that would be interesting.
Then dinosaur zombies.
Mm-hmm.
Glasslands.
And then how will they... The little dinosaur at the dock would be like a zombie, but yet it's still so sad.
Yeah.
Because they left it there and it dies, but not really.
And then it comes back because it's able to swim now because it's a zombie and doesn't need oxygen.
And it'll never die.
And then they all pay for their crimes.
And it's mad because you left it.
You left me.
Yeah.
You were one of the lucky few who missed the riot when they were live. Yet here you are.
I also like to live dangerously.
This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
I've got to say a big thank you to Glenn, who helped us know that we're now officially 3 months away from Christmas.
Sounds like a doorbell, doesn't it? Ding dong.
Christmas is at the door, guys.
You're getting ready.
Now
I messaged back and I said, for us, though, I really start looking at November 1st, like the start of the season, that I count down to. Because I have even more fun with November and December leading up to Christmas than the actual like Christmas.
So I had next week, the RadioU Fall fundraiser starts on Monday. And you don't have to wait. You can give now by going to RadioU.com and clicking on donate. Keep RadioU listener supported, commercial free, and on the air with your support.
And help early.
So I was going through, I'm putting together, we've got our daily Worst of the Riot podcast.
That goes out during, Yeah,
it goes every day. But what we'll do during the fundraiser is we'll go with classic Worst of the Riot stuff. And so I've just been, sometimes we'll do themes. This time I've done years, which I think we've done that before. I don't know. We've done it so many times.
Yeah, you did last time.
So
we picked a year.
Well, this time it's not going to be 1 year. It's every day you get a different year.
Great, okay.
So I don't know which year it was, and I think I put it in the podcast. Got to be honest, looked at a lot of bits, guys. But in that, you can see us. It's like November 3rd, and we're already starting the is it okay to put the tree up conversation.
Oh, yeah. That's right about the time.
Yeah. So
I'm counting down till then.
And we have a late Thanksgiving this year, right?
We do. It's the last Thursday of the month, isn't it?
It's always the fourth Thursday. Oh, yeah. This is
like
the latest Thanksgiving can be because we've got November starts on Friday the 1st, which means that you don't get a Thursday until the 7th. So we're all the way to November 28th. That is the latest possible day for Thanksgiving.
It's going to feel weird because you're going to feel like, where's Thanksgiving at? And then you're going to turn around and feel like, wait, it's already Christmas.
How is it Christmas already?
Because you're missing kind of like that extra week of November.
Totally. Because last year we had the earliest possible Thanksgiving. So that's the way that works. The next year it'll be slowly making its way.
It'll be coming soon. Yay. Hey, thanks to Matt. You guys are so sweet. Just texted. Just tuned in this morning. Didn't know if Nikki saw that Mario Kart Tour was released today on iOS. Thank you, Matt. I have it downloaded and I'm ready.
It. We've both downloaded it.
So thank you very much.
Man, it's like Christmas early.
Just so many fun things today.
Yeah.
So feel free to text us anytime, 877-2-RADIO-U, or if you message us at Radio U Riot on our Facebook page, we'll get it there. Now, Anthony just texted.
Anthony's trolling. That's not real.
People put up Christmas trees in November. Oh, yeah, we do. Absolutely. Why not? You want to enjoy it.
I'll tell you this right now. You guys know that sometimes I will go running in the morning before the show.
Yeah.
Now, as a result, it's dark outside. You can see things in people's houses where they've got TVs on, lights on, whatever. I can tell you there is a house on my route that has their Christmas tree up.
But do they leave it up all year or is it already up?
I have not noticed it.
Until?
It was just one day. I don't know if they just suddenly lit it.
Sure.
They left it on, whatever. And it's not in their front window. You can only see it like as you're running, like you kind of see an angle. And
they think it's private.
Right. Well, I wondered that because it's not like I'm creeping on people's houses, but you're running and it's dark. So certain things will, a light will kind of leap out at you. And I looked over and saw that and I was like, wait a minute. And I actually slowed down and like moved over and I'm like, that is a Christmas tree.
In my old neighborhood, we had a person who had one up, but I didn't know if it was like they just change it for the holidays. Because some people put trees up for Halloween, Thanksgiving, like do a fall tree, and then transition it over to Christmas.
Sounds great to me.
So maybe they already put one up for that.
The only morning show brave enough to say that Chicken McNuggets are part of a balanced breakfast. The Riot on Radio U.
Nikki, I need you to read this.
Yeah, what is it?
There is a woman in Russia. She is known for her great love of kissing the bears.
Ooh. So why she do that?
Because...
Oh, I see. Oh, no, she sticks her tongue out. Oh, no.
You're always like...
No, I like bears. I like reading stories about them. I'd love to hold a baby bear. I like to see bears from a distance, but that's it.
And you want to rub noses with bears.
Well, I thought like a polar bear, you just boop. Real
just
cute.
Rub noses.
No one dies. No one's hurt. No problem with it.
But whether you appreciate the fact that she and the bear lick each other's tongues, which is weird, but whatever.
She's a zookeeper there, and this is like her thing. I find it ironic. I think that's a real fur coat that she's wearing, and it looks just like the bear's fur.
Well, Nikki, maybe after the bear dies, it stays with her forever.
Maybe she thinks that'll help the bear connect and think like, oh, I'm a bear, you're a bear.
Mm-hmm. It might. Here's a little problem, though, and this is why I feel like it's important that you read this. Over the weekend, this bear kisser, this woman who loves the bears, who rubs noses with the bears.
At a municipal zoo in what they're calling a far eastern part of Russia.
A bear clawed her with its paw and then sank its teeth into her leg.
Aww.
And they just went ahead and let the bear keep the leg.
Well, they had to amputate it, yes.
They did. So do you think they gave the bear the leg when it was over?
No,
just like, here
I don't think they did.
Like, we're not going to just throw it away. Are you throwing that away?
Because I'll eat that. No,
I'm going to eat that.
I think that was at the hospital that they did that, not at the zoo.
Right. Well, like I said, you just take it back and like, here you go. You know what? You ruined it. Might as well eat it.
Well, she ruined it. You're not supposed to. I mean, a bear is still, even in a cage, it's still a bear, and you're not supposed to push your luck like that.
I know, Nikki, but you know why I'm showing you this.
Because I like bears, too, but I'm not like this lady.
No, because...
And this is not what I'm going to turn into.
Nikki.
I'm not going to be in some far eastern Russian zoo wearing a fur coat, kissing a bear.
That's what this lady said, too. That's what this lady said. I'm telling you right now.
Like this.
No, nobody does. Nobody ever starts out like in that place they end up in. It's little choices along the way that carry you places. And I am telling you, how many times in this studio have you said to me, I just want to rub their noses. I'm a friend of the bear, and they'll know that I'm a friend, and they won't hurt me. This woman is a friend of the bears, Nikki. She's a friend of the bears.
She said, and this is true, bears are trained almost nowhere except for Russia. Like, you can go on YouTube and find some really weird stuff of, like, why is the bear in your house? What are you doing with the bear? They do cross that line, I believe.
Mm-hmm. See, just the fact that you're watching those videos on YouTube tells me that you're teetering on an edge. Like, the first choice is watching the YouTube videos.
No, because everybody sends me those. This is her quote. To work with a bear, you must have a special feeling. We say it's a feeling sent by God. You must feel a bear.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? She really did feel a bear.
Well, it's bad because it seems like she's been a campaigner to help save bears in the area that she's at in Russia, but she got too close and a bear's a bear. So
Izzy says the price of loving a bear is sometimes an arm or a leg.
You have to know that is that's the risk that you're taking.
Mm-hmm. And Madeline says this is why everyone should listen to the Riot. They teach valuable lessons like don't kiss chickens, don't rub noses with bears.
Well, actually, technically, she was kissing the bear, so she was just way too close.
I'm just telling you,
way too
Nikki,
close.
I'm telling you right now. Are you listening to me?
Yes, I am.
There, but for the grace of God, go you.
I'm not going to turn into that.
Everybody says that.
Unless I'm secretly learning Russian and I've got plans.
Go past Nikki's office. She's got like one of those babushka hats or whatever.
The little nesting dolls.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
And in the very bottom one is my ticket to my new life.
I'm not the only one that's concerned.
The Riot really wanted to do this live, but now they can play video games and eat rice cakes instead. This is the worst of the Riot podcast.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
I'm Obadiah. That's Nikki.
There's lots to check out through riot.radiou.com, including if you go to our Facebook page from there. Yeah, Obi did an Obadiah Plays yesterday with the new KFC game. They did a dating simulator game, so you'll have to kind of watch that to understand it. And then we talked to Sherrod White yesterday. That's also up too.
Okay. Nikki wants me to start using my depression light now. I don't want to use it. I'm not ready. Okay? I'm not ready.
Listen, this is where teamwork comes in.
She seems to think that I'm angry and I want to eat all the time now.
I know the signs, maybe sometimes better than you, because I've been a part of each season as we do this show together. And the hunger thing is the number one sign in the fall that you need to start using your light therapy.
Because I'm so hungry.
Yeah, and every time you're just like, I could eat. I'm still eating. I still want to eat. And so that's why. That, and then you got just a little bit of an edge to you.
I sense the edge. I actually, was it yesterday? I woke up yesterday. I have noticed something changing this week. I'm not sleeping as well. And yesterday, I was so like angsty and nervous.
And hungry.
Probably. I don't know. But like,
not from, you're not angsty from the hunger, but
I seriously, like yesterday, I could have just, I was freaking out about everything.
For some people, the light therapy, you expect it like in January or February where it actually gets dark, but I think it wouldn't hurt you to start now.
Okay, Friday. We'll start Friday.
What's wrong with
Monday,
today?
What if we start Monday?
We don't.
Monday.
You won't feel like that. We'll forget. It's right over there. Just put it right there.
That stupid thing.
Just plug it in.
I don't want to plug it in. I don't want the stupid bright light in my face every freaking morning.
You're going to love it. Remember, let's just sit and smile and just think you're on vacation on a beach and that's the sunshine.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
But every time you keep saying you're hungry, it's like, grab the thing. Grab the light.
She's not lying. Like this week, seriously, I could eat a horse. Like...
If that was allowed and encouraged.
If that was legal or whatever, I could have a horse. Like I just ate and I got done eating. And my comment was, I am starving.
I could still eat again. Again, right over there is your light thing. Just
I don't want
scoot it over. No one wants to.
You know what? Okay, there. All right. I don't want to be fall depressed, whatever. I don't want the light. I don't.
But
I'm moving to the equator.
But you also don't want to be hungry anymore. And it's no problem. How about I get one and we both have to?
No, it's fine.
I'll just turn mine to you a little.
I actually said this to somebody the other day. I was like, you know what? Nikki, if you want to know how I'm doing, you shouldn't ask me. You should actually talk to Nikki about it. Nikki knows how I'm actually doing. I'll give you how I think I'm doing.
Sure.
But she'll actually know how it's going.
So at this point, Nikki's saying, go ahead and just grab it.
All right,
Nothing wrong with that. You know just start your light therapy now.
Real talk, we'll start it tomorrow morning. You're supposed to start it in the morning.
So just set a reminder.
We'll just set a little reminder.
Or just set it up on the counter.
Start the stupid light.
Okay. And anytime Opie starts saying stupid more is also another sign.
She's not lying.
Everything becomes stupid. It's great. We all have our things, okay?
The worst of the riot is over, but the fun can keep going.
Hey, I saw you checking out my goods.
Check the Riot blog or stalk us on social media.
You want to sample them? A little try before you buy, huh?
Through riot.radiou.com.
Okay, I just looked at Sexy Mr. Rogers.